Hi everyone! So today I'm here to make a book review, and it's gonna be a book review of the Girl Online by ZOE SUGG. And yeah, actually this book was released more than 1 year ago, I think, but I never got it. I mean, I love Zoe. I watch every single video she makes, but I don't know. I really wanted to read this book, but I don't really like hardcover books. I prefer the paperback because it's easier to read. And yeah, so I waited until she released the paperback so I could get it. But yeah, anyway, so first, what I'm gonna say is that this story is so freaking cute. I mean, since I watch every single video she makes and I watch every single vlog she makes, I kind of know that she is really cute. She likes really cute stories and all of that, so I couldn't expect any less a story that was like any less cute. I don't know if you understand me, but uh, only if she wrote a thriller story, which would gonna be really fun, because she loves thriller. If you know her, you probably do know her. If you watch her videos, you know that she loves thriller. She loves horror movies. um, so yeah, Zoe, if you're watching this, you probably not, but if you are, write a horror novel. It would be so fun. How fun would it be to have a horror novel from Zoe? But yeah, anyway, I love this book because at first I wasn't sure if I would like it, because it has that idea of teenagers being in high school and all of those. It's kind of a story that isn't new, that it isn't something you've never read before. So I was like, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it. It depends on how she wrote it, the way she chose to explain things, and actually details are the the main thing of this book, I think, because since it's not a story you have never read before, I think that those details make a really, really difference. Because when I read it, I kind of could, I managed to stay that whole year since this book was released. I hadn't watched any videos, I hadn't read anything with spoilers, so I had no idea what this story was about. I really didn't. So, but when I was reading, I kind of could, I kind of knew what was gonna happen after. So I was reading and I was like, yeah, it's nice, but probably it's gonna happen something like this on the next few pages. And I read it and it was exactly what I was thinking. So it wasn't really, how can I say it? It wasn't really surprising, the whole story. But I really love it because the how she explains everything, every single thing, I can I can feel it like I was the character, basically. I could feel sometimes like I was Penny, who is the main character, and it was so much fun. Yeah, I could see Brighton, I could see New York, because of the way she explains every single place she was, the way she explained I don't know, everything. It was really, I really could feel like I was the character. And I need to say that Elliot, that is Penny's best friend, he reminds me so much of Tyler Oak. Seriously, through the whole book, I every time I read something about Elliot, Tyler came right away to my mind. It was really that's Tyler. I saw him, but I thought it was so funny that I don't know why, but I don't know. For me, I can't think about them of being two different people. I don't know why. It seemed to me that they were the same person. Anyway, but yeah, and those details that made me um, love this book so much, because I don't really like books that have that I don't really like books that the author writes way too many details that you get lost on the way she or he is describing one little thing, and you don't really understand what they are saying because they put so many words to describe it, but they don't do it well. So I don't really like stories with too many details, but I also don't like stories with no details, like those stories that only say something in a really practical way. I don't really like it, and I think that this book has a really good balance between having details and having no details, because Zoe wrote some details, but it wasn't that much, and as I said before, I really felt like I was a character on this book. So it really took my mind off of everything around me. Every time I got this book to read, I forgot about everything around me. I could spend 2 hours reading this and being on Penny's world. So yeah, it was really, really fun to read it, and really, really fast. When I saw, when I noticed, I was like on page 250, almost on the end of the book. So yeah, it's really good. I think it's really good to read on a flight, or when you have a weekend, a free weekend, free day, or something like that. That you wanna enjoy something, a really light reading. So a really light book to read. So I think this one's really good. But yeah, and also being that cute and having a really cute romance of between a girl and a boy that are not in the same city. I don't know if this is gonna be a spoiler. If it is, I'm so sorry. But yeah, it's really fun, and it kind of took me back to those high school years, because I could understand what she was going through, um, like trying to understand herself, trying to understand her friends, who were her real friends, who weren't, who were, if that boy she liked was good for her or not. And it was really fun that I kind of got back to my high school years. And besides that, I also have to say that I really love how she talked about anxiety and sexuality, because those topics are really, really important, especially for a book like this one, because so many teenagers have read this or is gonna read this because of Zoe, because she's a person that teenagers look up. Teenagers look up to her. So I think it's really important to talk about those two topics, because especially Zoe talking about them, because it's this book, a lot of teenagers are gonna read this, or a lot of teenagers read this already. So it's really important to talk about those, because anxiety is a really hard uh, disease. People don't really like to say it is a disease, but it is, and it's really hard. A lot of people, especially teenagers, might think that might not understand. A lot of teenagers don't really understand what having anxiety really means, and how does it feel, or if there is anyone else in the world that feels like they do. So I think that talking about it, and in a way that the main character, is trying to understand it, and she's also trying to learn how to deal with anxiety. So I think it's really nice to have that idea of a character learning how to deal with anxiety. Teenagers who have anxiety can see that character and relate to them and be like, oh, it's okay, I am learning how to deal with anxiety, and she's learning as well on the book, which means Zoe as a teenager had to learn how to deal with anxiety, and it might give them that idea that they are not alone, which is really amazing. Teenagers, as you know, if you are a teenager or if you were a teenager already, you know how hard it is to understand the world, especially if you have something like that. So I think it's really good to talk about it on a book, and also talk about sexuality, because as a teenager, I think most of the people start to understand their sexuality when they are teenagers, and start to really know who they are and get to know themselves. So it might be something that, I don't know, bullies or something like that might hurt them. So I think it's really good to have that as a topic on a book for teenagers. So those two topics were, I think it was like really amazing for me. I read it and I was like, congratulations, Zoe, you really did an amazing job putting those two topics out there for people to read, and maybe to relate and to understand, and maybe not feel alone, and feel like someone else understand them. So yeah, I think those two topics were just amazing. And I think that's about it. I don't want to say any more, because I'm afraid I'm gonna throw any spoilers out there, and I really don't want to do it because I know it's really annoying. But yeah, basically that's it. Oh, and the romance, how cute is the romance between Penny and Noah? I really can't handle it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already, and comment down below what you think about Girl Online, if you read it already, or if you're going to read it, why you want to read this, why you liked it. And also, if you have any book recommendations, you can write them on the comment, because I could really use some recommendations from you guys, because I really like to read a lot. And yeah, it could be really fun. I can also make a book review of some of the books that you write down below. I'm gonna read it and I can make a video about them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I see you guys really soon. Bye.